Hello everyone. Today we have a change of scenery. I'm recording this from Brazil as I am visiting family. It's winter here, but the weather has been amazing. It's been sunny basically every day with the temperature in the mid-20s and dry. It's just perfect. I have not recorded a video in a while because I was adjusting to my new routine here in Rio. Lately, I have fallen into the rabbit hole of studying about centenarians, people who live to be 100 years old or even over that. Today I want to speak specifically about metabolism of centenarians and what sets them apart from other elderly people. First, it's important to state that centenarians are a heterogeneous group of people that can be classified in one of three groups based on whether they present chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, and diabetes mellitus before or after 100 years of age. So the categories are the following. Number one, the survivors, those with age of disease onset before 80 years of age. Number two, the delayers, those with age of disease onset between 80 and 99 years of age, basically the nonagerians. And number three, the escapers, those with no history of any of the common age-related diseases prior to 100 years of age. So the ideal situation is to be a escaper and have no chronic condition during the aging process. In fact, approximately 80% of centenarians belong to either the delayer or the escaper groups. So being free of chronic disease is crucial to live long and healthy. We know that insulin resistance is the main driver of heart disease and even cancer, which are diseases that kill the most in the population. So a recent study has demonstrated that aging itself leads to insulin resistance. This is depicted in these graphs comparing major markers of glycemic regulation in lean and obese people from as early as 5 to 80 years of age. So both in non-obese and obese subjects, we see some degree of insulin resistance with aging, although it's much more pronounced in obese than in non-obese subjects, as expected. Interestingly, in this other graph, we can see that in healthy nonagerians and centenarians, insulin resistance is practically absent. So this is even better characterized in this study that measured whole body glucose disposal by a new glycemic hyperinsulinemic clamp, showing that centenarians displayed rates of glucose disposal that were similar to those of healthy adults. In fact, during the clamp, the rate of glucose infusion was much higher in healthy centenarians than subjects older than 75 years of age. So this means that to maintain glycemia constant, the researchers had to infuse more glucose in centenarians than in other elderly subjects. This shows that insulin-stimulated glucose uptake in organs such as skeletal muscle, adipose tissue, heart, and liver is well preserved in centenarians. Also, the release of fatty acids from the adipose tissue is equally suppressed by insulin in healthy adults and centenarians. This is a demonstration that the adipose tissue is very responsive to insulin in these centenarians. When the adipose tissue becomes insulin resistant, lipolysis is not suppressed and fatty acids accumulate in the circulation, causing lipotoxicity in organs such as liver, muscle, heart, and blood vessels, leading to multiple metabolic complications. Regardless of whether or not anyone will be a centenarian, the following question can be addressed. What can we do to improve metabolism as we age? Well, we know that skeletal muscles are important sites for glucose disposal, and leg muscles are of particular relevance because whole body glucose metabolism is basically dependent on leg glucose uptake. Indeed, if we look in this graph, it shows that whole body glucose metabolism increases proportionally to leg muscle glucose uptake. We also know that leg muscles are the ones that atrophy the most with aging, as depicted in this recent study. So maintenance of both muscle mass and high rates of glucose utilization in leg muscles play a major role in proper whole body glycemic control. So you can certainly train your leg muscles regularly through endurance and resistance exercises to maintain leg muscle mass and the ability of the muscle cells to use glucose properly. By doing so, anyone can increase the chances of becoming a healthy centenarian. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next.